army work na by book. But once you reach money, una go dey use una hair, una no go use the book again. All the whole soldier benefits when they for inside the book, una don't sit down on top. Only una, they enrich all the whole benefit. But if you reach work, una go push the other and arm may go do the work. But if you reach money, una go dey silent. At that time, una tell the go meeting. Una say a soldier life is not rich una. Go to other countries. Go to other countries. See their officers, they are having a good relations with their subordinates. When I go to Burkina Faso,
you that say you want to join Nigeria military, please, before you proceed with that decision, I want you to take a listen at this Nigeria Army officer who visited Burkina Faso. After visiting Burkina Faso, came back to Nigeria, narrated the lifestyle of military men in Burkina Faso and that of Nigeria. And this guy cried, said, we are tired of serving the country with empty stomach. This guy said, you will be healed like this as a military guy. If you don't have your own money to take care of yourself, you are finished. I don't want to say much. Just listen to him. At the end of the video, I'll be back to say some few things. But please, I beg you, help me like this video so that Facebook and YouTube can recommend it. Please share it. Let the world see it. Thank you.
Una go say army work na by book. But once you reach money, una go dey use una hair. Una no go use the book again. All the whole soldier benefits when they for inside the book, una don't sit down on top. Only una, they enrich all the whole benefit. But if you reach work, una go push the other and arm may go do the work. But if you reach money, una go dey silent. At that time, una tell the go meeting. Una say a soldier life is not rich una. Go to other countries. Go to other countries. See their officers, they are having a good relations with their subordinates. When I go to Burkina Faso, I see a whole officer who is commanding the operation ground. Is eating in the same train, not be play to train when they say something for Nigeria. Is eating in the same train with their subordinate. But in the Nigerian army, a private soldier, a sergeant cannot even eat in the same table with a second lieutenant. Una they form high. That's why our problem, they form high. Other rank are ready to do the work in this Nigerian army. But the officers are the problem we are having. They are the one subdued, they are the one blocking the progress of the victory. I say the army, the victory is by God alone. If you cannot work for yourself, do you think God will come down to come and help you? I'm saying this. Soldiers are suffering. Soldiers are not getting any benefit in the system. Any soldier who injured from being where Meduguri or any state, take it down to 44 in Kaduna, they know they take good care of that soldier. They plan to, if you get any bullet injury, they plan to cut your leg, and that your leg, in order to cut, they will cut them, so that you go just damage for life. And the money when federal government, the health insurance go they break for that your treatment. The officer when they do for 44, now they chop the money. The drugs when the health insurance go they break for soldiers where they not there all right. Now they go come they sell them for soldiers again. Which kind of organization be Nigerian Army self? Which kind of organization Nigerian Army self? So why can't be say all that rank now don't become slave trade under their country, under their own uniform, under rank can't be slave to officers? Why can't be say what they go they do to slave from who come from another country? They can't they do them to a citizen of the Nigeria who stand to be a selfless service to his or her nation. Go to 44. May you see how the life of soldiers they for there. How they suffer there. A soldier get injury. If that soldier not get in your money for account, that soldier if they quit die. Now mostly waiting they kill soldiers, not be that. Because if any soldier get accident today, he injured today, Nigerian Army is not taking care of that soldier. Now that soldier go to take care of himself. It happened to me. It happened to my colleagues when they sit there for the system now. Any soldier when get, if you are a soldier, you are ready to injure or you injure yourself mistakenly. Now your salary you take treat yourself. Army officers no go care for you. it don't happen to me. I know where. I enter inside the MROS. They don't give me better. They give me 1 year medicine. Why are they see medicine? I asked the woman, I said, what are those medicine when they did there? So he said they are meant for officers. Now insurance they bring them. They insure officer. They insure me. They come they give me roadside medicine. Now what did they happen for people for 44 be that? Any soldier when he injured during the fight, that soldier now money till they treat himself. No be army government they treat them or anything when they come from the health insurance officers. Now they chop everything. Soldier go they use their money. I know of my friend who just get injured now, he still gets surgery now. Is my colleague, the same community. Now mama they send money from village to Ram. May they are join the one when they have made they buy drugs, they treat itself for that 44. Wicked Nigerian army officers. Idiot. We no go better for now. I talk them again. I say commanding officers of the Nigerian army, all the whole officers in Nigerian army. Both commanding officers, not commanding officers. So far you be officers. So far you say now God go punish you now for na bad work. Now na be problem of the country. I say now God go punish you now. Now me talk am. Any officer when they see my face, when no me, I say me now me talk am. I say God go punish you now. Now me talk am. Look my face well. I dey fear now. Now God go punish you now. Since you say this Nigeria go fall, una no go fit stand as the military to make sure that una make a good Nigeria, so that other country go dey point hand to our country, to our securities. That look at them. Nobody make example with our army or our military or our security. All of una now how to go and buy houses in foreign land, millions dollars. And una they enrich una children, and una they enslave the citizens of this country who stand to come and serve his country as a soldier. Una they use them as a slave. I say, now God go punish you now. Now me talk now God go punish you now. I talk me guys say now God go punish you now.
Cost per kilometer.
You have not started permanent work.
Cost per kilometer. Minister,
and
cost
this is what
per
you are doing
kilometer. Cost per kilometer. Just give me the number. Cost per kilometer in this first 30 kilometers. Quickly, Minister. Cost per kilometer.
Well, Senator Omari, I will go ahead with my question. Cost per kilometer, that can be communicated elsewhere, outside morning show. Let's focus on the issues.
Minister Omari, so what you have just come, and good to see you again, what you have just come to tell us here, that you are doing a project,
Rufai.
Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. What you have just come to tell us here is that you are doing a project worth trillions without transparency and an open bidding process that gives everybody the chance. Can you show me if there was
somebody tell
hang on a minute, let me finish now. Let me finish. I gave you the chance.
Rufai, hold on.
Can you show me?
You don't darken counsel without knowledge.
No, wait a minute.
I'm putting you right so that you can ask.
Let me finish.
No, get information right.
You won't allow me finish. Let me land at least and you respond.
You are finishing on wrong.
Wait now, Minister. You want to take this interview from me? Let me ask the question and you correct it.
Rufai, you are dark.
Let me ask the question and you correct it. Please, let me speak, Minister. We are very good friends. So, you gave me honorable mention at the Millennium Independence Bridge. You are my man. Bless you. So, what you are saying is that no independent free bidding process for everybody. You just went along with high tech because they did some work in Lagos before. And the argument you are making, with due respect, Minister, that they brought equipment to help in the, independent bridge scenario and all of that. That's no big deal. They are benefiting from the government in other ways through the coastal road. So it's not an argument. So you are saying that there was no open tender, at least give others a chance to bid. Secondly, Minister, I want to bring forward the case of Winsome. You will react, Minister. You will react. Let me have my time. You will react to it.
Rufai, hold on.
Minister, I'm not finished asking my question now.
As your own.
You have not finished now. You will react to
one. Let me correct this one.
You will react to it. Give me the chance. You see, we are wasting time. Winsome Homes, she said she got some money from the diaspora. And there's been a back and forth I've been seeing in the news. I don't know what your take is on that Winsome Home project, the real estate developer. Thirdly, Minister, give me empirical facts of how much you have spent
for these first 30 kilometers that is about to be commissioned? How much you have spent in also the street light deployment and other things that you've deployed in these first 30 kilometers? So let us know a price range variation. If you can also give me kilometer by kilometer spending and some other empirical breakdown so we can see it. If you can't finish it here, you can send the documents to us so that we can just also assess the spending. Thank you, Minister.
Rufai, first and foremost is that you have to recall that you carried your calculator, and I was in the studio and I was giving you the figures. I didn't carry calculator like you, and your calculator could not properly calculate what I was saying. It was, Dr. Abati that came between us. He said, okay, leave the calculation. So I ran the figures. Rufai, the first 47 by 47 kilometer of the Section 1 Coastal Highway was awarded at 1.068 trillion. And we have 30% component of the federal government counterpart funding and 70% loan component. As of today, we have not secured one kobo loan on the project. But High Tech had invested their money, and that job is about 80% done. The solar light is not an isolated contract. It's part of the project, the road architecture. You have the cable ducting, you have the drainage, you have the tree planting, and of course you have the train track, which we have made provision, for future train construction. It's not part of my mandate, but we have to make that provision, for future. And then when you said we didn't give others the opportunity, and that's what I'm trying to correct you, that we have three kinds of procurement process. The first one is, restrictive for specialized jobs. And when we use, that specialized procurement process for sections 1 and 2, for section 3A and 3B, Sokoto Badagry, the Trans-Sahara route, it became selective tendering. Other contractors were invited in each of the other processes, and of course they bid it. And High Tech won because of their technical competence, the equipment they parade, the number of expertise they have, and the local content components of their engagement, because they have a lot of our engineers engaged. They have a lot of our engineers being trained. They have a lot of services, being given, and even small contracts are being given to our engineers so that they can also learn and benefit from that. And so when you talk about how much have we spent on Section 1, we've paid 30% of the cost I told you. And when you come to Section 2, it's 1.33 trillion, and we have only committed 30% of the cost of that project. And the 70% is the loan component, and that loan component has not come. And that's why the development partners came, the Dutch Bank and the Development Bank of Southern Africa. They came and they were very much interested. Today, a lot of other African Development Bank, Islamic Bank, they are coming, knocking for us to interact with them. They are interested, seeing what we have done. And by December, I believe strongly that we would have completed Section 1. Section 1 is supposed to be for 36 months. But this 30 kilometer we've completed is being done within 1 year, 12 months. And I'm very, very, very happy with what High Tech is doing. High Tech is not just, a contracting firm. They are development partners of this country. And you see, people always look at one side of an issue. You are not looking at competence. You are not looking at ability to deliver the work. You are not looking at the equipment, availability of equipment. You are not looking at the risk being taken, by contractors doing this job. I know of other contractors in this country, not all of them, but many of them, when we award job to them, they will never put a shovel on ground until they are paid mobilization. And that's why I changed the narrative, and in the contract I said, listen, if we give you a job, because at the bidding process, you will tell us about your financial capacity. If we give you a job and within 30 days you have not started permanent work, you now deem that contract is terminated. And we give you mobilization, we are not giving you another money until you exhaust that mobilization and end a milestone over and above the mobilization.
Minister,
and
cost
this is what
per
we are doing to
kilometer.
checkmate people that are portfolio contractors. And that is working. And that is what the president directed we should do. And that is what we are doing.
Cost per kilometer, just give me the number, cost per kilometer in these first 30 kilometers, quickly, Minister. Cost per kilometer.
Well, Senator Umahi, I will go ahead with my question. Cost per kilometer, that can be communicated elsewhere, outside morning show. Let's focus on the issues. I ask you, during the May 21 APC National Summit,
It's like I lost
at the Villa,
I lost the studio.
can you hear me,
Yes,
sir?
I was asking for the cost per kilometer, which is a very important question, Senator. Very important question. Cost per kilometer. That's accountability of the people. If you can give us the cost per kilometer
we'll
question.
Take a short break. Rufai was asking you, what is the cost per kilometer of these roads? And he insists that you should answer that question. So, because it has to do with accountability. And then finally, when you were governor in Ebonyi State, you had Ebonyi Airport. That Ebonyi Airport has not functioned though, since you left. What is going on?
The cost of the project, the cost of the project cannot be said
Per
to
kilometer,
be...
per
this
kilometer.
is one single cost per kilometer. Yes, but you were the one that stopped me when I was doing off-head calculation of that. And I arrived, and from the empirical factors, using the basic material cost in the market, to arrive at 4 billion per kilometer on the first section of the coastal highway. The second section has a lot of bridges and flyover. For example, at the Dangote refinery, we are passing in front of his refinery, and the engineering factor there is that you must have free flow of trucks in and out without any hindrance. And so that place we now made the carriageway, the span, to be 64 meters, as against 15 meters of spans of bridges and flyovers. So that one, you cannot easily say, look, this is the cost. So it's going to be the cost of the bridges and flyovers plus the cost of the construction. And so when you get to, for example, we should have finished the first 47.47 kilometer up to Leko. And when you see the clip of tomorrow, we are going to release the clip of tomorrow, tagged the making of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. You will see impossibilities being turned to possibilities. You will see the terrain. And then I would like Rufai to tell me any other section of this country that has such a terrain. Now we want to procure the project that is running from Ogun, down to Ondo. And we discovered that 40 kilometers at the Ondo axis has pit that is going up to 20 meters deep. And then we had to stop. So we invite experts, and then we are doing a lot of trials on what depth can the pit, sustain the load. So it's a lot to do with what the terrain is and what method statement are you going to deploy to, tackle the terrain. There was a section, and of course the section is still there, where I think it's about 5 kilometers of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, section 1. You have pit that runs up to 21 meters. When we deploy the clips tomorrow, you will be able to appreciate what we are doing on the coastal highway. And people will stop, of course it's their right to ask what is the cost. But the cost is not a single digit, cost. The cost depends on the terrain. And then, of course, the facilities that are accompany, the terrain and the route.